G'day Space Engineers and welcome back to Dronely. I've done a little bit more off camera as I usually do just to save a bit of time. I've done the conveyor system on this one as we need to upgrade our printer to be able to like transfer hydrogen and all that sorts of stuff into the new cargo drone that I plan to do this episode, as well as move the pod over to inside our base, as well as change up the connector in the different orientation just to face up to connect onto our new cargo drone, as well as maybe putting some welders or something like that over here just for its automatic repair function so it can continue on with its programming and all that sorts of stuff. I'll show you in the future, don't worry about that. Scrolling down here, I've also done a little bit more drilling as well as I normally do, just because it's a time-consuming kind of job. And the reason why it's half and half ghost and half looks like it's built, it's because I haven't got the multi-grid projector plugin installed, not a mod, and that allows you to actually print up more than one grid from one projector at a time where you can't do that in base game. So that's why this, that looks like it's not a ghost, you cannot build that in the base game of Space Engineers, but the ghost-like one, you actually can. Combining them both, you now definitely need that multi-grid projector plugin, and you can find this infinite tunneler design on the workshop, and I've just modified it just to suit my needs in this season, and I've just raised its back end off the ground so I don't have to alter any of the floor that I have in the base already. So another thing I've also done, zooming on over to the drilling platform we did last episode, it's the exact same pretty much, except I've raised it up a little bit, included an extra piston to give it a bit more range going down, as well as adding a few more drills onto that one, including having that like event controller and battery connector, solar panels, all that all nicely welded up now. So flicking back to the character, let's get stuck into today's episode. As I said, let's get this upgraded. Let's go ahead and get that done. Let's get the advanced rotor in, and the reason why I've got this as a T-junction is so I can continuously upgrade this printer and have the exact same setup with the piston and however many welders. You can see there's an extra 2 to give it a bit more width all the way down here, so it can be on both sides of this one singular piston just here. So we've got an advanced rotor, so it will be able to transfer those resources. The single normal rotor does not have that ability. Normally you just go into the terminal and you can just add a small rotor head. Or did I just add the wrong one? I want a small rotor head, pretty please game. Small rotor head. Thank you very much. So let's try and weld these up. Should be able to get this small one in, just about. Need some steel tubes and that. And why I have these connectors connected is for this exact reason. When I have them locked and I don't have this solder on, it will actually go ahead and allow me to pull what I need out of that welder setup just there, so I can finish this all off nice and easy. We'll have to get some conveyors and all that sorts of stuff, as well as having a large connector needed to dock this on to transfer those hydrogen and all that sorts of goodies. So we'll try and get as many of these planted in, and I can just go boop, 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 get multiple of them, even some of them, even though we just need these for now. And I want to try and get this to not have a double welder or double piston set up for now, or at least temporarily for as long as I possibly can. So we'll just do it this way. Let's try not to add that counter of jetpack running out. We'll go over a little bit more because I can always pull the pistons back as much as I need. And we'll get a corner there. As if I'm using conveyor junctions this whole time, it's actually more performance bad for the fact that the game has to calculate more conveyor openings than it would just having 2 openings like it does on this small conveyor tube and corner, etc. So that's the main reason why I'm doing that this way. So let's bring this up a little bit. Let's get a conveyor there. I've actually just added an extra button panel, the exact same as the one over there, just so I can see it while it's happening at the present moment. So let's just decrease that velocity a little bit faster so it can go away. Thank you very much. And then let's get this one in, because I'm pretty sure we're going to need to have it Is that going to clip it? Yes, it will. So let's just lower this down a little bit and get that one there and get a connector right there. So let's get a projector 7, and I'm going to get it that way. I think my projected blueprint I have just set up from my old testing world is in some weird orientation, so I'm not going to worry about the projector's orientation so much. I definitely need to weld that one up so I can get it on going faster. Don't want to add anything to the jetpack running out counter. I think we're on 3 at the moment. Let's not add that. Let's get this one and that one on the build planner. Anything else there? Not fantastic. Thanks to all of those that commented on showing me how build planner really works and how it's been updated since the last time I used it. Absolutely insane to use so far. It's so much fun. It's almost just the same as using the easy inventory mod. While I'm doing and saying that, I might as well get all of those welded up nice and easy. So I don't have that, so I can just go to the projector. I'll use the build vision mod. I love this thing. And just name that projector printer so I can know which one's which. As I have the other projector, and I'll turn that one off. That's the one for the infinite tunneler. Go and download that and check it out yourself. It's really worth your time and checking it out. So this is the one I have in my testing world. Really upgraded since my previous one. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this works in this save. So let's see if we can get it oriented the right way quickly. I want it to twist one way and not the other. Yep, I want the merge block that side. I've had to like hastily like put in roughly. Don't know where the connector is. Let's just go up so I can see where that connector is. Oh, right on the money. Perfectamundo. So now I just need to get a merge block if I have one on my build. Nope. Merge. That one. And boink. Since that projector is nice and easy. That's actually why I put this conveyor junction in, just so I can connect things onto it. As if I go to the projector or whatever it may be, I can't actually connect anything onto those tubes. But that's what they're specifically for. Just to transfer one specific thing one way, or 2 ways technically. Which I actually forgot to put... Oh, bugger. I actually forgot to put a sorter in this, which I might be able to use the sorter out and actually put the ammo that I need to put into the cargo drone, even though it doesn't have any guns or whatever. The ammo it takes is to be dumped into my drill drone, which I hope to get in the next episode, or at least extremely shortly. So let's just get this one welded up, so at least we got something to build on, as well as the connector. There we go, nice. Making progress. Making progress. And now that should hopefully build everything up. I might need to get an extra couple welders on top of this one as well, to be honest. So let's just get a corner there, a corner there. And this is pretty much exactly how you do it all. You get that, and we get our welders out. Let's get it to be with the conveyor right there, so it's on the left and the right, so as we click it down, it'll connect onto the connectors. And give me a sec while I'll weld these all up very quickly. And boink, take it all out. Yep, thank you very much. And now I can just weld everything up since those connectors on my base are connected, and I can pull anything out of my large cargo container in there. Nice and easy. Well, I'm trying not to use my hydrogen as I don't want to run out. Oh, I'm at 10%. Looks at the right perfect moment. I'm not adding to that counter. That is my main goal of this episode, not to do that. And I've even gotten more bottles, as you can see. That production quota mod is absolutely fantastic to just continuously get all your resources going without having to manage all the sorts of stuff using build planner or whatever you may be. And it's not really entirely a script, as it's just added straight to that assembler block nice and easy. I really do enjoy that mod. It makes things a lot more simpler in terms of survival. There we go. Just automates one extra thing. The light is green, the trap is clean. Means it's all connected. So now we just need to go down here. Let's see if we can duck under. Here we go. And I'll go into here. We'll go to the welders. And let's add that to the group. So the button will actually be able to use them all. And the easy renaming controls, I can reset the name. Space. Base. Printer. And I can just go suffix. And look, all of them are named. Awesome. I love that mod as well. There we go. Fantastic. They should all be now on that grouped welder, button 2 and button 2 over there like you've always seen. So now what I need to do is I need to get these pistons all the way over here, and this is the moment of truth. I might need to change this one's massive, the full extent, the limit of that one, just to 9 meters. Hopefully that should be enough and not too far. Yep, might be a little bit too far. Let's just... Oh... That actually might work just like that, to be honest. Let's give this a shot. Let's do Shift F5. And let's turn the printer welders on since they are already connected and it's got access to my base. I might need to just kajigger it a little bit. Decrease the velocity. Oh, that's right. Hang on. I turned the piston off. I think I did. No. Let me just double check that one. I've kind of lost myself. Turn it on and let's just decrease the velocity. And till it wants to work. I know what'll fix it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's turn those welders off. It just connected onto it while it built it. That's a bit of a small bug, I think. Let's get that piston. Let's get that set out a lot easier because that's, yeah, all the way out of whack. 0.037. There we go. Let's get this one out. So increase a little bit more so it'll speed up. And we should be able to hopefully get over a lot further than what we had. Now I've got that max velocity up. Let's just get the thing close, turn the welders on, get it to push over as much as it can. And hopefully things don't explode because I really don't want to have to upgrade this welder setup or printer setup any more than what I have already. So I just wanted to make sure it builds all of these thrusters and stuff on the side of it here without hopefully exploding. And that's why you have that shear inertia tensor and rotor lock on. So that doesn't happen. There we go. We got all of those in. We'll just wait for those gyros to plonk in as well. Getting all those nice little armor edges. That's good. We're not getting hurt by any of this as well, which is also a good bonus. Things are still building on the inside. I don't really like how the timer blocks and event controllers, etc. are all up the top here, but I really didn't have much of a choice. And you can always... eventually, when I upload it to the workshop, download it for yourself to get all of that and more. Owie. So, what, are we stuck here for now? Yes, we are. So, let's just go ahead and decrease the velocity a couple times. Oh. Let's just get it going a little bit more. Get those pistons off. There we go. We got all that connected. Excellent. Let's get this connector actually... transferring that hydrogen over. So excellent. That's good to see because they're already started on stockpile on. So they'll automatically start pulling out any oxygen or hydrogen from my O2 gen, which I'll need to check how much ice I have. 1.52. That should hopefully be enough to fill all of this. That's one thing I haven't checked on this one is how much ice it takes to actually get into it. So this thing is really smart. It won't trigger automatically on your base unless its battery is full. The hydrogen tanks are also full. Its cargo container is empty, as well as having an event controller looking at a specific like cargo container on your base on the other side of like a sorter and another event controller. I have to set that all up off camera to make sure that function works as well because it needs 100% battery. Just specifically so that automatic feature kind of works as it should. So let's decrease the velocity. Oh, increase it. Whoa, don't go too far, thing. That's what I want to see. I want it to keep going like that. And I think that is just about everything. Let's get those pistons back on and decrease the velocity. Thank you very much. Off, on, increase. Is there anything else I'm missing? I don't think so. I think that's absolutely everything. Let's get the welders off and let's have a look at that projector. It is completely finished. I should have put the keep projection mode on, so it would have given me a percentage at the end of it. But that actually worked out rather well. So let's get this to turn the pistons on. Oh, a bit of a lag spike there. Hopefully nothing spawned in the background close to us. 3.99. That is very big, but it is definitely going away. That's how I tell when things actually spawn in the world, is if the game lags. So an unknown signal and that actually spawned. That unknown signal might actually be worth trying to grab, to be honest. Let's give this a shot very quickly. Very unexpected planning. We go the remote to home to the signal. Collision avoidance off. Precision mode on. Let's turn that off and let's see how we go. Let's get rid of this one. Lock the mag plates. Collision avoidance on. Let's not do that, so let's just get rid of that. Let's get that new one in. Put it back into the right spot. Let's go to the groups and let's get those mag plates to lock. And the remote pilot, where are you? Remote block. Too many blocks to see. Remote control, 2 drill, home base, signal drone. This one here, collision avoidance on. Excellent. So now I should be able to search the go and start that one so I can get off it before it goes. Let's just see how that one works out, and hopefully it doesn't run into absolutely everything on the way. That one is really quite experimental, especially with the water mod installed. If I go over to the LCD very quickly, obviously, we've got lots of stuff to do. Might be easier for you to see what's going on here. Need to get rid of the old refinery, get more in, speed modules, dock, etc. Pretty much what I've already explained, and always thank you to all of my supporters. You are really why I'm here. If you want to get your name there, few extra benefits on top of that. It's like $3 a month or whatever it is the minimum. Go ahead and check it out. It's not too hard. I hate advertising stuff. I really do. I'm not so good at it. I'm really, really not so good at it. But I'm good at drones. So if you like drones, go ahead. Got the battery. It's at 43%. That should be good. How much is our tanks at? 28.4. Ooh. Okay, so we need a lot more ice to get this going, which I can quickly go and do off camera. Right meow. I'll go and actually do that right now, actually. I just gotta find where my ice is. There we go. That should give us more than enough, since I've got my inventory 1x above the default, which I think is 5x inventory space in character. Just so I can like weld things up a little bit easier and make my life a little simpler, which allows me to carry so many more things, which is really quite nice. So now that O2 should now start filling up a lot more than what it was before. There we go. So now that started filling back up again. So now it's time for us to move the pod. I've already set up a quick connector, and we'll just move the camera over. And we'll just get this in. Should be rather or relatively empty. And we should just get this connected onto something I've got very simply done off camera as well. So we'll just lock that one on there. So it will still have transfer of resources over. And I've just dumped all the resources in this in case I ever need to build it up in the future. Just so it won't transfer any components, but it will transfer charge over. If I go to the battery of the pod, it is still recharging because it is still connected to the base, etc. It's just not transferring those extra annoying resources per se. And the sun is actually going down. Wow. Righto, hopefully we won't be doing this in the dark, so let's get this going. So let's get this on out, and let's get it extended out as far as we possibly can. ASAP. So we want this. We need some of the goodness. Let's get some of that goodness. I'm gonna need to welder pad. Is that gonna be really close to this? It is rather close to that, so I might put that out by 1, and then I'll put the welder functionality here. I'll get that like so, and then I should be able to get another welder with its conveyor there, there, and there to get that all done. Yeah, so now that's the automatic repair function. I just need to extend this out by a little bit more, about 2 or 3, something like that. Yeah, 3 should be okay. And then let's get a connector. This is all very temporary, so hopefully it doesn't get absolutely shot out of the sky instantaneously. Let's get a connector. It might be good to get a small little pad underneath it. So let's get one of these ones, just so we can get a little bit more structure out of it. And we can build like a little pad underneath it like this in case it does eventually get shot or something like that. We can get some like turrets by like grinding down this brick or block or whatever it may be. So we'll get this one welded up nice and easy, and I'll be back in just a second again. It's only just occurred to me now that I'm actually like 2 or 3 blocks away that I haven't actually activated Alan or Steve this whole time, and I've just done this myself. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. And then we finish that last block off there. Fantastic. So that's now all built up. Just about as strong as it will ever get. Just about. It's only temporary, as I always say. Yeah. I know. I need to go on top of this one. And I need to go into its block somehow. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So let's just get into this one here. Drone thrusters, turn those on, stockpile off, and then I'm just going to disconnect this one. And before I do this, I'm going to go Shift F5 and turn that merge block off as well. So now we should have full access to this drone as it's getting rather dark. And let's get in control of it. All of our buttons are connected. All of that are done already, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's look at the camera down and let's just turn it so it kind of faces outwards like this. It might be quite nice. Let's get that connected up nicely. Let's go turn the connector off and drill all the way down like so. Let's even turn our thrusters off so it falls down. GPS, cargo, dock. There's one just there. Let's turn the thrusters back on. Just fly straight up. I probably want to go pretty high just to give it some nice good room. How far are we up? 180-ish meters. Let's just go down a little bit more like that. Press up, dock, cargo, approach, high. There we go. Let's get the camera down as we now need to fly backwards and do the exact same thing on this one, except we don't want to be too close and we don't want to be too far away. So let's go to the camera on my player, and then we'll get in control of it. Press F so I can go out of it a little bit, and that should be good enough. Maybe a little bit better to be over to the right just a smidge. Not that way, Sharpie, that way. Go GPS, cargo, repair. Excellent. So we can turn our connector back on, get camera down, just fly up a little bit, and let's get this all connected on. Actually, we need to go and get this docked up to the drilling platform. So let's go ahead and do that very quickly. Am I going the wrong way? I probably am. Yes, I was. So just while we can still see, ever so just, I hope. That's right. My player's antenna does not go that far. Alright, I'm sure you won't mind. Just so you can see, I'm going to rewind the sun back just a little bit, just so you guys can see, and just for the fact that YouTube algorithm and its compression with the brightness of whatever you're showing or uploading always gets dimmed after its upload, which is not exactly always the best thing. So let's fly on down to where we need to go. Good. There we go. That one right there. Let's turn that off and let's get that off as well. Let's get GPS, cargo, hang on, grill, dock. Let's get the thrusters back on and just zoom straight up. Yeah, good, like 60 meters above. Sounds good. Grill, dock, approach. which I should have done on the home base one, but that's fine. Now, since our player's on top of it, we can just fly on back without actually getting kicked out of the drone like we did last time. Let's get rid of some of those out of the HUD. And then our tank, if you're ever curious, 61%. Does not really use a lot. It's got like 4 or 5 of the tanks on this thing, so it does well for itself. Let's come on over. Let's drop on down and let's get this GPS and remote block all set up to what we need. You're going to be nice and connect. Oh, that's right. I need to turn it on. There we go. I thought I turned it on, but I tried to connect it. Stockpile on, thrusters off, then connect. Then I'll leave it. That's how I do that, and that's how that is all done. So let's get that out of the road, and let's get this thing set up very quickly by going into its remote. It might actually be better to start it from the very beginning and start on the way to the drill. So this remote block goes to the drill. It needs to go to home dock approach, which is above us, goes to above the drill dock, then down onto the drill dock's connector itself. So that's pretty much what we need to tell it to do. And we need to go cargo approach high, cargo dock. What was it? No, not that one. We need to go drill dock and that one. Drill dock approach and then drill dock. Yeah, so we got cargo approach, which is that one there. We got drill dock approach, which is that one there. And we got drill dock, which is that. So we need to turn the drill's collision avoidance on. To drill's collision avoidance on. Only on that one. We need to go collision avoidance off, 0.2 on. So collision avoidance off, 0.2 event controller, this one right here, on. Because that's how it actually docks up. It's not like a normal drone. Very, very different. So this one needs to turn 0.1 and autopilot off. So 0.1 event controller on, I'm pretty sure it said. And autopilot off on the to drill. Autopilot off. There's one remote block practically done. So let's remove that one, and that one, the old ones. Scroll down, reset on all 3 of them. So there's no confusion in the game's programming. Reset waypoints. So now they are all locked in at 20 forward in a circle mode. That's why I've got the autopilot to turn itself off when it gets back, because otherwise it'll try and fly off to go to the cargo approach high once again. So to home base is practically the same thing, but it's already at the drill dock. So it needs to go to the drill dock approach. Then it needs to come down to your home dock. So it needs to go approach high and then cargo dock itself. So we need to turn the collision avoidance on the to home. Collision avoidance on the to home base. That's what it says. Yep. We need to turn the collision avoidance off on the next one. Collision avoidance off on the next one. And then on the cargo dock, it needs to be autopilot off and 4 timer block. Autopilot off, 4 timer block. 4 timer block. Start. Yep. Unload, start. Yep. Unload, start. Fantastic. So let's remove all the old ones. Excellent. Make sure you comment down below to really kick my butt and upload this to the workshop, because it's not as easy as everyone thinks it is to make sure that whenever you paste it into your world or print it up, whatever it may be, that hopefully it will actually work. Let's go to 0.1 and no. I need to get the event controller. Cargo load should be empty. No, not that one. It's the low resources. There it is. That is the one that uses the automatic trigger. So I'd set any of my like big, large cargo to this one here. And once it gets below a certain percentage, it will actually trigger its automatic, pretty much set out and go get resources, turn its like text panels on, all sorts of stuff. This thing is just insanely crazy. I'll very quickly show you just the trigger function. The flee function gets used a lot. This is second page. Third page. And fourth page. Yeah, that's just one timer. There's about 11 of them. 12 of them. It's insane. It's literally insane. I wonder where my unknown signal drone went. And the best thing about it is that if it fails, it's like little to no resources, really. I can go and collect that later, go and search for it off camera, and I'll maybe show you in like a half a episode or something like that. But this just needs the repair one now. Since we've got all of that, oh, this is a bit longer, so I'm going to get this done very quickly and I'll come back. Alrighty then, that should be absolutely everything on that repair one now. Just because I had to remove one, because I was down one GPS that I didn't want to do extra. Okay. I don't quite remember telling you to do that. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, he's flying away from me somehow. Are you going to go over and do it without the trigger? Because it doesn't have that block found in the event controller, perhaps? You should be going over there. What are you doing, dude? It's coming down onto the repair. Okay, I guess I must have accidentally triggered something along the way, and that should have turned on a sensor. Yep, good. In case nothing would need it to be fixed. It's got a sensor to actually make it continue on its autopilot. So what it should do now, I just don't want to run out of hydrogen. How much have I got? 49 and 0. What it should do now, I should be able to beat it. Should come down to the home dock and actually be able to automatically trigger itself, as you've seen the whole time, go and get resources from the actual drill, which we should be able to turn on, and that isn't exactly working. Oh no. Oh, I saved it. I saved it somehow. Oh, something hurt. Something got hurt on it, I think. Yep. Alrighty then, so that will need to be tested off camera. As always, we've kind of gone over the episode just a little bit, getting all this set up and in, but now you know it all. We can get it all done in the next episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, and stay sharp till next time. As always, see you guys.